If we look closely at a map of Scotland, there is one striking feature. Look at this, a straight line that seems to divide the northwestern part of the mainland from the southeastern part. This line is so clear that it can even be seen from space. This extraordinary phenomenon is not man-made, but rather the result of tectonic movements that have been going on for hundreds of millions of years. This is the Great Glen Fault, a large fissure that divides the Scottish Highlands, a geological phenomenon that is not only scientifically fascinating, but has also shaped Scotland's history, culture, and economy. The Great Glen Fault was formed around 430 to 390 million years ago, when the continents were still changing shape. When the Laurentia and Baltica tectonic plates collided, the Earth's surface experienced tremendous pressure, being pushed, pulled, and twisted, resulting in many large faults and cracks during the mountain-building event known as the Caledonian orogeny. The British Isles we know today were located between these two continents and were split apart by plate movement. Eventually, the two continents collided at the Great Glen Fault, forming the British Isles. This fault is a giant strike-slip fault that stretches over 480 kilometres across the Scottish Highlands. Imagine the tremendous power of nature that was able to shift large parts of the Earth's crust, as if tectonic puzzle pieces were rearranged by extraordinary energy from within the Earth. However, the lines we see today are much newer. Their shape is largely the result of glacial erosion that occurred during the last glacial period, which ended about 10,000 years ago. Previously, this region was covered in ice for millions of years. As the glaciers began to melt and retreat, they eroded the land along the fault zone, forming the channels that are now valleys and lakes. Tectonic activity on this fault has not completely ceased. To this day, the fault remains active, with small movements occurring every few decades. One of the largest earthquakes recorded in Scotland occurred in 1816, with a magnitude of 5.1 near Inverness. In fact, in 2021 alone, more than a dozen small earthquakes have been recorded along this fault. The Great Glen Fault not only divides the land, but also created a series of interconnected large lakes, including Loch Ness, Loch Oish, and Loch Lochy. These lakes were formed due to plate movement that caused a difference in elevation between the north and south sides of the valley. As a result, steep cliffs, rugged slopes, and wide valleys were formed, which are now some of Scotland's most iconic landscapes. In addition to creating stunning natural beauty, this fault also played a role in the formation of natural pathways for rivers and canals. One of its biggest impacts was the construction of the Caledonian Canal in the 19th century. Designed by Thomas Telford, the canal has a total length of 96.6 kilometres, of which 37 kilometres is man-made, while the rest consists of lakes formed by the Great Glen Fault. Taking advantage of the Great Glen Fault's landscape, the Caledonian Canal was designed to connect the North Sea in the east with the Atlantic Ocean in the west, through a network of lakes formed along the fault. Before the canal was built, ships wishing to cross from one side to the other had to face the fierce waters of the Hebrides Sea. With the canal, travel time was drastically reduced and the risk of shipwreck minimised. Although it is no longer a major trade route, the canal remains a tremendous tourist attraction, offering breathtaking views and a sailing experience on one of the most beautiful waterways in the world. It was not only infrastructure that was affected by this fault, but also Scotland's military history. The fault created a natural divide that split the Scottish Highlands into two parts, stretching from Inverness in the northeast to Fort William in the southwest. This natural divide has been exploited in various military contexts throughout history. During the period of Roman invasion and occupation of Britain, from around the 1st to the 5th century AD, the region now known as Scotland became a battleground between the Roman military and indigenous tribes, such as the Picts and Caledonians. Although the Romans succeeded in establishing forts along the Gask Ridge and building Hadrian's Wall and the Antonine Wall to control the region, they never completely conquered the northern areas, including the area around the Great Glen Fault. The natural gap created by this fault gave the local tribes a strategic advantage in their resistance against the Roman forces. In addition, several historic castles, such as Urquhart Castle on the shores of Loch Ness, stand as silent witnesses to Scotland's long journey. These castles once served as defensive fortresses against invasions by the English and other tribes. One of the most famous mysteries of the Great Glen Fault is the legend of the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster first became world famous in the 1930s after a photo taken by Kenneth Wilson, a London-based surgeon, went viral. The photo showed what appeared to be the head and neck of a snake on the surface of the water. However, decades later, it was revealed that the image was a hoax. Over the years, many attempts have been made to find this creature, from installing cameras on dolphins to using mini submarines, but there is no concrete evidence of Nessie's existence. For example, research conducted by the BBC using sonar and satellite imagery found no signs of a giant creature in the lake. Although there is no scientific evidence to support the existence of the Loch Ness Monster, this has not diminished public interest. The monster remains Scotland's biggest tourist attraction. In 2012, a boatman named George Edwards claimed that he saw and photographed the monster. However, many were skeptical and argued that the photo was just a floating log or a large fish. Behind the legend of the Loch Ness Monster, which has attracted worldwide attention for decades, there is a scientific theory that attempts to explain the phenomenon from a geological perspective. Luigi Picardi, an Italian geologist, hypothesized that the activity of the Glen Fault was the main cause of the Nessie sightings. This theory was even published in Scientific American in a report titled Rumor or Reality: 10 Cryptozoological Creatures. According to Picardi, the Glen Fault, which runs through Loch Ness, is constantly shifting, which can cause certain natural phenomena that are misinterpreted as signs of the monster's existence. One of the main effects of this fault activity is the release of gas from the bottom of the lake, creating large bubbles that rise to the surface. These bubbles can cause ripples or small waves that, when viewed from a distance, appear to be creatures moving in the water. Additionally, tectonic movement along the fault can cause vibrations or small earthquakes that disturb the water's surface, creating an optical illusion resembling Nessie's head or back. Not only that, tectonic activity can also produce rumbling sounds from within the lake, which some people consider to be the roar of a monster hiding in the depths. Coupled with strong underwater currents, which can cause objects to float or sink suddenly, many reports of Nessie sightings can actually be explained as effects of the geological dynamics of Loch Ness. Although Picardi's theory does not immediately dispel the mystery of the Loch Ness Monster, it provides a reasonable scientific perspective on a phenomenon that has puzzled many people for years. Over time, the legend of Nessie may continue to live on, but for some, explanations from the depths of the earth may be more convincing than the existence of a prehistoric creature lurking in the dark waters of Loch Ness.